Welcome back, book buddies. It is spooky season, so we have another Halloween book. This is a Pip and Posy book, Frankie's Fine Monster. And when we're done, I've got some Halloween stickers for our scrapbook and a badge for our library book. But first, let's read our book. Let's go. Pip and Posy, Frankie's Fine Monster. It was Halloween, and Pip and Posy, Frankie and Zac were getting ready for a spooktacular party. Posy couldn't wait to play a game of musical scares. And later we can howl at the moon, cried Pip, running to the window. I've been practicing, added Zac. Awoo! First, we've got to look spooky, said Posy. Everyone ran over to the fancy dress box. Oh, said Pip, pulling out some wings. I'm going to be a scary fairy. Posy found some alien eyes. And I'm an alien, she said, wobbling about, pretending to be a scary alien. I'm going to be a Frankie Fine Monster, said Frankie. She held up her arms and stomped around. With oozy green skin and black bushy eyebrows. Roar! Frankie stomped like a monster over to the kitchen table. Then she got out her face paints and a mirror. She was ready to make herself spooky. Yaha! Pip shouted, holding up his wand. Scary fairy. You're not that scary, said Zac. Pip had an idea. Frankie, he said, can I have some face paint too? Okay, said Frankie. What do you want? A black star round his eye, said Pip, for extra scary, magic-y powers. Wow, that looks so good, said Posy. I want face paint too. Posy skipped over to Frankie, who was just about to paint her own face. Frankie, can you give me, green alien spots? Asked Posy. Frankie looked at her face paint. Go on then, she said. Frankie painted some bright green spots on Posy's face and passed her the mirror. Oh, I look spooky, cried Posy, delighted. Perfect. Thanks, Frankie. Posy ran over to show Pip and Zac. Oh, a spotty dotty alien is coming to get us, cried Pip. I'll stop her with my freeze spell. The scary fairy chased after the spotty dotty alien. Zap, zap, zap! Everyone giggled. Frankie, called Zac, can you paint me some werewolf fangs? Oh, said Frankie, I've only got a little bit of paint left. But I'm not spooky enough yet, said Zac sadly. Okay, said Frankie, there's still enough green paint for my monster face. But Zac just couldn't sit still, so he got a wobbly black line across his chin instead of werewolf fangs. Frankie took Zac to the bathroom to get him cleaned up. At that moment, Posy went over to the table to get the music box ready for their game of musical scares. She spotted Frankie's mirror and looked at herself in it. Maybe she needed more alien spots. Pip, called Posy, can you paint some extra spots? Okay, said Pip. He picked up Frankie's paintbrush and used all of Frankie's green paint to add lots of spots on Posy's face. Now you're the spottiest alien ever. Posy looked in the mirror. I love it. When Frankie came back, she saw the empty box and gasped. Who used all my paint? She asked. I only used a tiny bit, said Posy. But I've already given you some spots, said Frankie. And you have a star, she told Pip. And you've got some fangs, she said to Zac. And I've got nothing. It was my face paint, and now there's none left for me. Oh, said Pip and Posy. They knew they had made a mistake. We're sorry, Frankie. You were so kind letting us have some, said Posy. We should have thought about you too, added Pip. Yeah, nodded Zac. Thanks, but it's too late now, Frankie said. I can't be a Frankie Fine Monster anymore. She shut the lid on her empty box of face paints. Posy wanted to make things right. Maybe you can, she said. She turned to face Frankie. You wait here, she said, and don't look. In the living room, Pip, Posy and Zac started to make a secret spooky monster mask for Frankie. She's going to love it, whispered Posy. Frankie tried to come over and see what they were doing, but Werewolf Zac chased her away. No peeking, he shouted. No peeking! At last, Pip and Posy and Zac finished the mask. They put Frankie in some fancy dress clothes and shouted, Open your eyes. Open your eyes! Frankie looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. I look amazing, she said. Now you're a flying, four-eyed, sharp-clawed, spider-wearing, super spooky Frankie Fine Monster, shouted Pip. Everybody laughed. Come on, let's party, giggled Frankie Fine Monster. And so the four friends danced, played monster games, and had lots of spooky fun all afternoon. Oh, that was amazing! That was a very spooky Halloween book. So let's put some stickers in our scrapbook. So we have our burger scrapbook. Let's open it up and get a clean page. And we're going to write on here, Pip and Posy, Frankie's Fine Monster. So we remember what book we read. So we'll get our colours. Right up here, Pip and Posy. And then we'll write Frankie's Fine Monster. F-R-A-N-K-I-E-S, Fine Monster. M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Pip and Posy's Frankie Fine Monster. So we have some Halloween stickers. Now I like this one. Look at that. It's a puppy dressed as a witch. Look how spooky. And then we have a mummy. I like that mummy. We also have a jack-o'-lantern. That's where you put all the sweeties. We have a teddy bear. Now he's dressed as a skeleton. How cool. Wonder what I'm going to dress up as for Halloween. Last year I was a witch. Hopefully I could be something else cool. Like a ghost. That'd be very fun. There's a cat in a jack-o'-lantern. Maybe it's a witch's cat. And there's a little kid all dressed up. They're saying trick or treat. And there's a cat in a witch's cauldron. We have another spooky ghost. This one's going, ooh, spooky. And there's a witch's hat. My last sticker is a bat. How fun. My favourite sticker, I do like the happy ghost, but I think I like the puppy dressed up as a witch. Now, we do have a badge to put on our library bag. So there's some of our badges on one side. And on this side we have a badge and we have Danny Dog. So this one I thought was very cool. Oh, look at this. We have a cat in a pumpkin. We've got a bat flying over a sparkly moon. And then we have a witch's hat. Well, wizard in training. How cool are they? Very, very spooky. So let's put them somewhere really good. How about, hear them? Jingle jangle, jingle jangle. How about we pop them here at the very top? And then when we go to the library, it reminds us that we read some really cool Halloween library books. Put that on. Oh, I like that. Look at that. That's brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me again today. If you enjoyed this book, I'll leave a link below where you can get it. Do come back so we can read more spooky books together. Please like and subscribe. Bye.